Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Jill with Greenwood Girl Cards, and I am coming on tonight to share a few more things that I have created using the book paper that I've been playing with. Um, I've had a lot of interest in the card that I shared the other night. Oops, sorry, I bumped the camera. Uh, if you remember, I shared this card, and everybody, I've had a lot of good responses to it. I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people really enjoyed seeing this card. So, and I had a few requests regarding it. So I decided to play a little bit more yesterday and today in the evening with it, and I made a few more cards. A lot of this is stuff that I had already cut out the other night. On the weekend, and I had a big pile of hearts ready, and the leftover parts of the heart, which is what I made this card with. And so I just took everything and laid it out and just started playing the last two evenings. So again, I'm going to show you what I use. This is a digital, it's called Heart on Your Sleeve, and it is a digital pre-colored polkadoodle image, and I wanted to make sure and say that just in case people think that this beautiful coloring is mine. It is not. I think it's Nikky, is her last name Hall? I can't remember, is the artist for polkadoodles, and I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure this is her work. I don't know a lot about polkadoodles. I wish I knew more, but they're a UK company, and this is an image that I purchased on one of their Tuesday discount days. I think it's either Tuesdays or Wednesdays where they discount their digital images. And so I purchased it, and I've had it for years, and every once in a while I pull it out and play with it. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood to color, and so it's nice to just print 9 of them out and then spend an evening cutting them out and have a pile of them to make into cards. And that's what I've done this past week. The sentiments that you're seeing on my cards, I wanted to share this because someone was asking. This is Expressions #1 collage from a Iraliamija shop on Etsy. Okay, and there's the website. So it's just a variety of sentiments, and what's nice is she has some that are in a lighter beige color and then some that are a little bit bolder. And I've used both. And then there's just lots of little words and different things that you can combine together. There's a thank you, there's a just a note. And I just really like this. I wish that she would do them in other colors, like a pale snow cone color blue, and maybe a pink and a yellow. I just think it would be fun to have them in colors, all the same expressions, but just different colors. But I love having this kind of toasty brown vintage color the most. So I'm glad that that's out there for us. Thank you, Betty. So let me just really quick, I'm going to show you a few more things. I had a lot of questions about this die, so I brought it down to show you. I looked through my packaging and I cannot find the original packaging for this die. If I had to guess, I think it might be a memory box die, or Simon Says Stamp, who I believe uses memory box possibly, or they used to make their dies. I'm not sure if they still do, but I think this was from Memory Box. And the thing with Memory Box, I'm pretty sure, is that they do their collections by season, and I think once they've sold them, they move on to the next thing. So if it is Memory Box, I don't know if it's something you could still find. So I just wanted to let you know that. The only thing I could suggest is, if you have a tiny snowflake die that's a standalone die, you could maybe make this, but I don't have any dies that small. So that was part of the reason I bought it, was I just liked the size of this and the fact that there's a heart within a heart and a snowflake within a heart. So anyway, sorry about that. I'm sorry to use something that you probably cannot get. Again, the heart dies that I'm using are these ones from Impression Obsession, and it's called Eyelet Primitive Hearts. It's die 925ZZ, and again, this is an Anna White design, and I love this set. So here's what the dies look like. I am missing this little piece right here. I think it's up on my table, so I apologize that that's not in there to show you. But I wanted to show you, I just cut a huge pile of hearts the other day, and these are what I have left. And what I'm doing is actually just cutting a straight line down the side of it. Anytime you have an aperture where you're not using the whole thing, it's a really good design element. It draws the eye in a different way than when you use the entire thing. Not that you can't use that entire thing in a card, you can. But it is a way, anytime you take a circle, a heart, any sort of design element, and you cut off a piece of it, I think it's a really neat way to make a card. So anyway, I have a few left still that I'm playing with, and you can see I still have a lot of these where I literally am cutting these down and fitting them onto a card also. So I don't throw anything away because you can always find a way to use it. So I just wanted to show you that, and that it is, some people were asking, it is, I'm using a watercolor cardstock, and then because anytime you use book paper, it's very thin, you need to line it onto a thicker cardstock. It doesn't need to be watercolor cardstock. That's just what I used. You can definitely just use an 80-pound or even 100-pound cardstock, depending on what you're doing and how sturdy you want your card to be, depending on what you're making and stuff. So, and then some of the cards I'm going to show you use one of my favorite papers. I have a few sheets of this left. This is an October afternoon thrift shop paper called Needs Paint. And back in the day, this was one of my favorite papers. It still is. And so I cut into this sheet. This is what the back looks like. And I made a card with this paper. And I just love this paper. Does anybody know if this paper is offered digitally anywhere? I wish October Afternoons papers were still available digitally, because I would print them. I have quite a bit of October Afternoon in my stash, but I still would love to print certain ones more. And then I use this piece of paper, which again is from that beautiful My Mind's Eye paper pad, Gingham Gardens, which I showed on a flip through on a video. I think it's either 1 or 2 videos back now. So this is also a paper that I use to make the cards I'm going to show you. This paper right here is just, I think this might be fabric or something. I can't remember what this is, but this was something I had printed out a while back, either from a digital file or something. I really don't remember, but this was just in my stash and I'm trying to use it up. So, so anyway, let me go on to the cards now. So this first card is a little thank you card. And this again uses that digital Snow and Cocoa paper line that I bought from AC Digitals. And so this I just took the bird and I did add a little bit of shading to the bird, to the scarf. I colored it a gray to kind of pick up on this color in the paper. And then this is one of those sentiments from Iraliamija shop. And then you can see here I cut Anna's smaller heart out, and then I used the part that was left over and I just corner chopped the edges of all of this card with the We Are Memory Keepers corner chopper 1/4 inch side. And then I just lined it really carefully, and there's the back. So that's just a little thank you note that's going to go out to my mother-in-law, who gave me a beautiful birthday gift this year, and I need to get that in the mail. Here's another one. This one again uses that gray floral paper, uses that beautiful Polkadoodles image. And this is your Dollar Tree cotton lace. And the thing about cotton lace that I love, and I know that Anna uses cotton lace a lot too, and I've seen other people do this too. The reason I like cotton lace so much is it's easy to glue down. So I always have some cotton lace sitting on my crafting table. It's something that I like to reach for, and I love in the spring using white on white cards, white and white floral cards with the white lace. So anyway, I thought I would mention that. It's really easy to glue down and it doesn't leave a mess, and I really like that. So, so this is just a button with a little bling on top. I did recolor the flower to kind of more match with the background paper. And then I did a happy birthday on this one, and I did add some shading of color to the happy birthday just to create a triangle here, which is a way to kind of move your eye through the card. Okay, so there's 3 different pink elements, and really there's more than that if you count the paper, but it's just to help you move through the card. Okay, and I'm not wild about the burgundy cardstock that I used. I thought it picked up on the roses really well, but now I look at it and I wish I'd almost used gray or something. So I don't know, but that's how it is. Sometimes you're designing stuff and you do something and then you're not always crazy about it at the end. So I already showed you this card, And I had a request to make something similar from a friend of mine. And I didn't have any more of this lighter paper. This was a dictionary page that someone gifted me. I think it came in something I ordered from Etsy. And the only thing I have right now is this darker color. So I did it as close to as I could to what I had. Couldn't find another heart button, so I had to use a round button. And then I did create art. So I'm going to see, you know, it's very similar, but it's a little bit different. And this beautiful paper is an Iraliamija shop digital file. And I think it's called Shabby. Oh, what is it called? I'll link it down below at the bottom of this video if you're interested in what paper I used on these particular cards. These are just some gingham papers that I have digitally also. So those are those two. I love that it says Sweet Friend, and this one especially I like because it says Create Art. So there's those two. I still have a few more to show you. Here's another one. This one again, I used the remaining part of the aperture after I cut out the heart. And I did cut this card down to make a smaller card so you can kind of see the difference in size. And I added a little, somebody gifted me these. These were some flowers in my stash that are made, I think, with ribbon and then a little pearl. So I thought that picked up on the flower in her hair quite well. And then I added a little bit of this same color up to the Forever Friends. So you can see this is a much smaller card, and I'm really having fun with making different size cards the last week or so. It's kind of fun to just do something that isn't as big and square or rectangular as the A2 size. So there's those, and let's see. This next one is the blue paper that I showed you. And this one uses a blue flower, and I colored the center of her flower on her head in that same blue color. I also colored the little hearts on her sleeve, which is the name of this Digi file, blue, so to pick up on that. And then I added the blue also to the Friends Forever. So just a very simple, very simple card, you guys. And then here's the inside, and there's the back with the lace and my little Greenwood Girl cards. So that one's all in blues. And then here is the one using the beautiful thrift shop paper called Needs Paint from October Afternoon. And I added some red velvet underneath this flower, and I just was trying to pick up on those red flowers. I colored the bloom red and the hearts on her sleeve red. And I added actually some blue to the You Inspire Me. And I might go back and change that to red so that I have a triangle that really shows up with the red. I can't decide. So I may do that. But this is what the interior looks on this card. And again, I use the corner chopper to round the edges. And I think on this one I used the 1/2-inch side of the corner chopper. So those are all of the cards that I made using this beautiful heart on your sleeve Digi. And I just wanted to come on tonight and share them. Every once in a while we make something that really, I think, sparks joy in our hearts, and I definitely am enjoying playing with this beautiful Digi from Polkadoodles. So thank you, Polkadoodles. Thank you, Nikki. And I also had fun playing with the Snow and Cocoa line again from AC Digitals, which is a Becky Higgins subsidiary. So I just love having some pre-colored items and then just combining papers, which is one of my favorite things to do. I love paper piecing and I love combining papers. So anyway, that is it for tonight. Thank you guys for taking a look, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will be back with you again shortly. All right, bye now.